So good afternoon, everyone. For today's presentation, I'm going to talk about what kind of customers should the banks target based on the Zero Bank loan data set. Uh, because Kelly is in China and it's like 4 a.m. in China, so I'll represent our team to do this presentation. Here is the brief pipeline of our presentation. I will mainly focus on the step 2 to step 2 to step 5. So first, let me tell about two important aspects of the personal loans. The first one is the personal loan can only use for personal reasoning, like for paying the tuition fees, going to see a doctor, or buying a house. You cannot use the personal loan to the commercial purpose. And the personal loan have the fixed mortgage term and the interest rate. And for this data set, the Sarah Bank's target is to seeking the customers and to convert their customers to the loan holders. And for our goals, we mainly focus on this data set to find the factors that associated with the purchase of the personal loans. And we want to build a model to predict whether a certain customers would buy the personal loan or not. And here is the brief review of our data set. In this data set, we have 5,000 customers and 14 features, and we have only five numerical features, and the rest of the features are the categories. And since this is a small data set, we have the chance to do the visualizations with each features and the target. Here you can see that over 90% of the customers didn't have the personal loans, so which indicate this is an unbalanced data set. And you can see at those 4 pictures here, the dark blue part represent the people who buy the personal loans. So, and generally with the higher education, you can see here with the higher education, the people would love to buy the personal loans, and with the online security system, they would like to buy the personal loans. And to my surprise, the people without credit card would love to buy the personal loans, and the people without the security account, they would love to buy the personal loans. And here is another visualization about this. We can see that for the middle-aged people who love to bought the personal loans, and the family members it seems like not a big factors for purchasing the personal loans. And here we can see that the people with the higher income and the higher mortgage would love to buy the personal loans. And so this is the every features relationship with our target. And we also did some data preparations. Because this is the really small data set, it doesn't have the missing values, but we do have some, I think it's the wrong imputation, because we have the negative values in the experience variables, and we replaced it with the median. And since the age and the income are the scale are really wide, so we do the standardizing and normalizing these 2 features. And we also find that for the income and the credit card average spend, they have the moderately correlated. but we couldn't decide if we need to drop these features, so we just keep these two features. And you can see that the age and experience is highly correlated. So we just drop the experience because we think that for most of the customers, maybe they would not rather to provide their professional experience to the bank. So maybe they don't always got this information. So we drop this experience features. And for the model building part, we do two ways, because as I mentioned before, the age, experience, and the credit card average spending and income are really their scale are really wider. So we created like the categories for these features, and we actually use the data set we built to build to apply it on the model, and we use the raw data set on the model. So we find that the result we got is basically the same, and so we just use those data set that we didn't categories. We didn't categories. So this the result we got. Since this is the unbalanced data set, we cannot only see the accuracy, we need to see the macro average. The record score is the AUC score. We can see for loss regression, it's only like 0.64. And for the KN model, it's only 0.59. And for the naive base, it's only 0.74. So we are trying to find a way to deal with the unbalanced data set. And here's the summary for this project. And these are some advice for.
So my question, okay, I have a question. So you understood there is an issue in AUC. Basically, you cannot predict both of the groups very well. Have you tried to improve AUC?
Yeah, we try to drop those. We try to like the how to say, create those
random undersampling. You mean?
I mean, we just made up some data that from the data set that with they have purchased the personal loan. I mean, we just try to make this data set balance.
How you balance it? You said you made up some new samples. Did you use which algorithm you used for making up new samples to balance it?
We just copy and those data set that who bought the personal loans, and
okay. If you copy and paste, it should be randomly happens. Try to see which software you use for this project. Did you use Python? So in Python, there is some algorithm like random oversampling, smooth. So just Google it and replace with copy and paste, because when you copy and paste, you are not sure if it happens randomly. So in the chat room, I'm typing, one of them is smooth random oversampling, and you can also use random undersampling. There is some other approaches, but these three are the most common. Bootstrap sampling.
Okay, got you.
Sampling. This is another one too, but usually there is many packages for smooth random oversampling and random undersampling. Basically, here you did oversampling, but we are not sure if it's a random one or not. So you just can use a package which help you to do that. But very good project. I like your project.
Okay, thank you so much.
You can do those modification and submit it again. Anyway, thank you very much. So let me